this week. I think I've only fished this about 4 times, something like that, since I've been a member. So it's relatively new water. I've only ever had one fish. I've only ever had one fish out of it. Last year, right, year before. So, off the double swim on the first side, up against the island, but there is quite a few mulling about on top. It's absolutely roasting, cracking the flags. The air pressure's through the roof again. I'm in. No, I'm not. Lana. I've got my right hand rods out. There's quite a few mulling about on top, so I've got my right hand rod out on a zig. Just about 25-30 yard out, if that. I mean, I'm not going right into the middle. I'll whip my way out slowly, but the left hand rod is just at the bottom of the marginal shelf, just off some rushes there, which is one I've just had a liner on, so that's looking good. The rods have been in about an hour, something like that now. It's knocked again there, the rod tip. Yeah, so see how it goes on here. It's relatively new water. I've not a clue any spots or anything like that, you know what I mean, but I'm on peg 3. See how it goes. I might do a bit of time on here this year now. I've always skipped this place because it's a fair travel down, and then to get here, which has happened a few times, you get here and it's rammed, then you've got to drive all the way back, especially when you're coming on a Friday afternoon when the traffic's shite. But now it's on the booking system, you can just go online and have a look here when it's on, and you know if it's worth travelling down or not. So I'll give it some time on here this time. But I'll catch you in a bit. I think it's time for some tea. It's about 7 o'clock now. The sun's gone behind the tree, so my swim's in the shade, a bit more comfortable and a bit too warm. Nothing's happened on the fish scene. There's still quite a few mulling about on top. I brought my zig a little bit closer in. There was probably about 2 or 3 rod lengths off. They just kept going up and down, so I brought it in, and now obviously they're going up and down where it was. I think I'm going to leave the zig on for tonight. I'll cast it a bit further out because it's a full moon. Well, a full moon's tomorrow night, but it's still going to be a bright moon tonight and a clear skies, so I think I'll leave the black zig on, probably a foot under the surface, and just leave it out all night, and then put the boat out tomorrow with the fish finder on and have a look at what depth we've got out. It feels pretty, casting it out, it feels, I don't know, 14-15 foot where I've been casting it. But I'll send the sonar out tomorrow and have a good map what's in front of me. I'll probably look for a bottom spot for tomorrow night if nothing happens on the zig. Yeah, I've been still getting a few twitches on the, it's actually adjustable zig what I've got out, and I keep getting a few with the line twitches and that, so you don't know if it's between the rod and the lead where it's catching the line, or whether it's from the lead up to the zig float. So I might be too far up to the surface, I don't know, but see what happens. So I'd say it's probably another 2-3 hours now before it starts going dark, so if nothing happens I'll probably catch up in the morning. See you later. Morning, quiet night last night. I had a savage liner again this morning on that left hand rod doing the merging. Well, I'm opening the liners and I'm not being done. So I think when I redo that in a bit I'll probably stick a new rig on just in case. I'm going to keep that spot going now. I've had 2 liners on there, so something's mooching about. Might be tench, but so something's happening. I'm going to keep the zigs, or zig, on the right hand rod. Keep moving that about because it's going to be red hot again today. It's actually freezing at the moment. Got my shorts on and looking like there's got these pimples on. I'm going to have a bit of breakfast now, and then once bike time's passed I'll send the boat out and start having a map about and a lead about, see what's in front of me, decide what to do tonight. Then there is some weed, like merging weed coming up, probably a rod length, maybe a rod length and a half. And just in the back of that there has been a little bit of fizzing this morning. Nothing, there's a little bit more than nothing major, like just a few pinpricks coming up, so I might start trickling bait in there all day now, and that'll be one option for tonight. Yep, have something to eat now, and then have something to eat now, and then see you later. Just a quick catch up. It's late evening now, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I redid the rods about an hour and a half ago. Found a nice spot down the side of some reeds where I actually waded over and had a prod about and that, and it's not really solid, but it feels pretty clear like, and there was a few stones like, so I kicked them about with my boot and that and made a nice little flat spot. And I've unplaced it on there with quite a few 12mm boilies round it. And then my left hand rod is back on that spot again there, where I had the couple of liners off. I've had the zig out all day, but they're just swimming past it, they're not interested. Like I said, so they're both on spots now, and I think that's it now. They're going to just stay there now till the morning. If nothing happens, then I'll probably see you in the morning for a soak. I'll put a bit more bait over them later on, just before dark, just with a catapult. Have something to eat, have a soak. Burnt. Put factor 30 on today and I'm still burnt. Let's say it's not the best weather, is it, for coming on a new water, and it's just how it is, isn't it? And fishing weekends, and that's, you just got to put with whatever you get. I'm definitely back here though. Seen some proper lumps swimming around. So I'll see you in the morning if nothing happens.
In the December hot day, somewhere far away, I want you by, I want you by. When everything's so crazy, but they don't.
Morning. Nothing to report. Quiet night. Had quite a few lines last night. Going into dark last night, but nothing happened. Definitely back here though. I'm going to put some time in here this year, I think. Seen quite a few pictures on people's phones of some nice fish. Fish just showed over on the corner of the island over there. I've not heard of any fish coming out, I don't know if it has or not. Everything's packed up now, the barrow's all loaded, just got the rods to bring in. I'm going to get them in there and call it a day, call it a blank. Should see you again.